Hello again everybody and welcome to the best show in the internet, Scrub League, where we review Scrub decks playing against each other in the most epic way possible. This video is going to be a little different because first I want to showcase this deck that I built with conceptual help from my friend Baggio, who is an old OG original player from 2004 and 2005 and so on. And he introduced me to this idea of Earth Toolbox, where you can summon any kind of thing with a giant rat, including Exalt Force, Dummy Golem, Deslakuda, Medusa Worm, everything. So I wanted to build the deck, but of course I wanted to also to make it a little more playable for the meta. So I didn't include Penguin Soldier, which he really wanted me to include, because Penguin Soldier is very good to combo with Dummy Golem. The play is to use Dummy Golem to switch Dummy Golem for one of his monsters, and then use Penguin Soldier to return both Penguin Soldier and opponent's Dummy Golem to your hand, and to rinse and repeat the process, and then win, because you have infinite card advantage. So the deck I built was like not playing penguins, because I thought that is too unviable. I play just a standard Earth Toolbox here. I also have Last Will, because I wanted to have some fun with Exalt Force and Reaper and so on. And I also play both Revivals, because these monsters are somehow okay to revive. Medusa and so on, and we also have 3 books and Tsukuyomi, so that's alright. And the rest is just some powerhouse spells and traps. I also play the best card in the deck, Desert Sunlight. It is auto win when you can open it with Morphing Jar, and it will also protect maybe my monsters against knock if this is necessary. And the rest is some Dust Tornado, which is support for Spirit Reaper, and mostly for him basically, I would say. And I have Solemn Judgments. I don't know why. I had 3 spaces, so I put on Solemn Judgments. But this is how everyone builds their deck, right? So if you have 3 spaces, you always put in 3 Solemn Judgment. Okay, and let's just check our replay here. This is the deck, and I played against, I think it was the famous Drift Noob from our Discord server, where he was named Game Savior, and he is famous for his thoughts. He always searches for his thoughts, and he's saying that the game is dead in 2019, which it really is, because consider what I'm playing here. But of course I have the best opening, because I have the best card, Desert Sunlight. So here the play would be to just set Giant Rat, and maybe set Book of Moon to protect against turn 1 Tear, but that is not very likely. I don't mind if I don't know. I don't know about Book. I would surely set Giant Rat here. The threat is also Asura Priest, because I don't have anything that will counter Asura Priest to summon with Rat, so maybe I should be setting Book. But also because I don't know what he is playing, it is okay to set Book plus Rat here. So yeah, the bad thing happens, he summons Asura, of course, and I know that now I'm going to -1, so well, if I -1, I might as well get rid of my Dummy Golem, because he's really useless. I just wanted to put him in because my friend Baggio wanted to make a deck with Dummy. But here something happens. He does not attack Dummy. Why? We do not know. Maybe it's some very good strategy based on the fact that this Dummy Golem is so bad that if he leaves it on my field, it will actually benefit him instead of me. So right, he sets 2 back rows. Now I can have it, or maybe not. I know he has Asura. What do I have? Yeah, I think I should just have it here, and then I can set Fate at least. Of course, attack first for damage. I mean, I don't know why I attack first. I mean, this is... Okay, so he has Scapegoats, and let's see what else. He had called the Hounded, which is really good card to set turn 1 without anything in your graveyard. But yeah, now I can set Fate, and also I can set Desert Sunlight, so... But I don't. I did not set Desert Sunlight, which is... Maybe I had a better IQ when I played this match than I do now. I don't know what I didn't set this. So he sets everything. And now of course I will do a very good spicy play with adding Heavy Storm, then chaining Book of Moon to my fate again. He didn't have anything. See, he sets both battle traps. Well, in normal games we don't actually want to set two cards that do the same role. For example, we don't want to set Saku plus Mirror because one is enough. We don't want to have duplicate rolls in our back row. But of course this is Scrub League, so everything is possible and everything is good to play. And of course chaining 2, Book to Fate. Also one thing about Dummy is that sadly he really gets screwed up with tokens, because if you read this carefully, your opponent selects one monster that they control. You don't even get to choose. They themselves, they give you one token, then, well, at least you have token, which is better than Dummy, so that's something, okay? So we knocked his Asura, and now I guess we can set both back rows. This one is setting good, okay. Now we just attack, kill our tokens. Yeah, he hates 2019 because this true Baggio control deck is wrecking him. And we can set Book because we also have Judgment and we are protected. I kept Gigantes. Is this Gigantes or Gigantes? I guess it's Gigantes, so we keep him in hand. I kept him because I didn't want to overextend on monsters yet, but I will the next turn. Because I see, well, if I just attack him for 1600 each turn, it's maybe he will draw too much and then still do gold stuff and kill me afterwards. So I wanted to put a clock on him. So now I summon and do more damage. Yeah. So he pardon me, I can't speak today. He can't afford to wait anymore because he will die next turn. He has to play now, and we have at least Book and Judgment, which are and face Dust Tornado, which are pretty good counters for most of his things, and of course Medusa. But he has Tribe, and Tribe actually really hurts us because most of our things are gonna be rock or just giant reds that don't float when virus kills them. But here, of course, I want to resolve at least one Dummy Golem when playing this deck, so I decided to save Dummy Golem instead of Gigantes. So I see now, well, if he attacks Dummy, then I can have at least Medusa, but if he attacks Medusa, then I will have Dummy. So yeah, now I can resolve Dummy Golem, and I even top deck Ring because this deck is so good. Poor guy. This is really sad. Press F. Oh, so I Dust Tornado his Tornado in the end phase. Now just going to win. Very easy, very good. Next game. Well, as you saw here, I don't have anything prepared in the side, so I just don't side because this deck does not need siding. Because look at this fucking opening, it's too good. I have Reaper, I have Heavy, I have Charity, I have Call. Well, I don't have anything like Serpents in this deck, so I'm going to just use Charity immediately. Or not. And Reaper goes through. And this is pretty amazing. So now we can be really pro here, and we can set Heavy Storm and then wait for him to set something to protect against Reaper and then blow him out next turn. I don't remember if I do this or not. I don't think I do, because I don't know. But I don't think I will even play Charity now, because of course I love to keep my Charity to see the next options and the demands of the field and whatever. But setting Heavy could be interesting here. But seeing that he didn't activate anything in response, it means that this is not Battle Trap, not Scapegoat, not Book, so probably it is some kind of Dust Tornado or MST, so actually setting Heavy here is quite dangerous, so just passing. But he still sets 2, and now we can still Heavy and have some progress. So. Yeah, it was MST, yeah, right. This read from turn 1 play based on Reaper attacking through is it was pretty obvious, I think, because like what are you setting turn 1? Not goat, not Saku, not mirror, not ring, not book. So only dusts, MSTs and bluff spells are left, but why would you set a bluff spell turn 1? So it was very likely to be back row removal. And now we can dig for charity because we want an aggressor or at least a knock. Because yeah, you see, holding charity is it can be a profit for us. And we draw knock because knocks are always on top deck when you need them, when you play this true Baggio control. What are you going to discard? 2 monsters. Which 2? Lakuda and Medusa, because we want Fate to, because she will add the best spells, but also these guys are a little toolbox in the graveyard where you can reborn them in his end phase and then do some stuff in your. For example, reborning Medusa is like spot removal for monsters, and removing reborning Des Lakuda is like immediate upstart, and then if it survives, it's even more plus and more broken. But yeah, now we do another +1 with Reaper. This deck is really good, like I said. Really good. Discarding Saku, setting this, and what else? What are we setting now? I think we want to just set maybe Dust Tornado. Or Book. I don't know. Yeah, just Dust Tornado. So we can end phase his, and then we can set call if we need to get rid of support. This is so sad, yeah. Yeah, very sad. Now he destroyed us with the breaker. And I think that the breaker was top decked. Let me just check to be sure. Yeah, it was 1, so this means it was a top deck because he didn't shuffle. Oh no, what? He drew Sinister, what? Okay, he didn't top deck breaker, but alright. It's my fault anyway, but this deck doesn't care because I will still win. I took some damage. What now? We don't have anything. We can just stall. Setting, of course, called Haunted, which will help us with the toolbox, as I mentioned. He passes, so in end phase I use Call, I add Medusa to destroy his breaker. I mean, when playing this deck I was thinking, well, maybe Pac-Man could play Call the Hounded in their decks. I mean, it has this cool potential, I mean, but I don't think they want to play something that is inconsistent in the performance. Like, it's not good in the opening hand when you really have to stabilize, so. But in this deck, of course, it's the best. I don't know why I'm blind. Of course, I'm blind MSTing because I want to make another value from Reaper. Yeah, we can just destroy his monster with Medusa and... So I had chain link 1, chain link 2, chain link 3, this is why Medusa will survive. And I still have some protection for against attackers, so this is, I guess, fine. Just summon Tsukuyomi for more damage. And now he has Serpent. And also premature, so we know his only means of fighting are... So here I can decide, do I want to keep Medusa or do I want to keep Book? If I decide to keep Medusa, then I don't have any protection against further attackers, so... But I also know that I will be able to 100% out this breaker with my Tsukuyomi next turn, so... I just let Medusa go. He did a good job anyway. Goodbye, little friend. He goes. And I can also attack the Serpent with my Reaper because I don't want him to tribute summon, so I do that. And of course setting Judgment here. More books. What to say here? Maybe... yeah, well, I can tell you that I tried to build this deck with 3 Penguin Soldiers and 3 Dummy Golems at the start, but no way. that could even on the Scrub League it would not do the results that are intended. So I tweaked it a bit. I kept the dummy, but now I have a book here to set this. Just continue the pressure. We are not afraid of anything because we have our judgments. We are just madmen, attacking and attacking and attack. Oh, now the Snatcher will destroy the Reaper because Reaper does not like to switch side. He would rather kill himself than do that. But of course. And now, of course, we have the last will, the best card in the deck, together with Exiled Force. Of course, you're going to draw the one of cards in the span of 2 turns that combo with each other, because this deck will never leave you, never let you down, never gonna give you up, never gonna desert you and stuff like that. And now I just attack with Exile because if he has anything I will just Judgment the fuck out of it. Yeah, so I will book it because I want to use Exiled and last will combo to in the end, so of course. And I have Judgment for the back row, and now the win is 100% mine. Yeah, so I will of course use Dummy Golem to finish this guy off, so Dummy Golem can get his victory, his glory, to finish it off with 800 damage with last will. And this is it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. I have some more replays with this deck. Please tell me in the comments if you want to see them, or just tell me on the Discord. But if not, I will not make reviews of the rest of this deck, and we will continue moving on the Scrub League. So take care and bye bye now. Where is my recording? Goodbye.